Thank you and welcome back to Kenyan Monitor TV. So, as we are all following the impeachment of the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, which was held today, and where the ruling of the judgment of the said impeachment was given by the three-judge court, which was listened and which was led by one Eric Ogola, whereby they have upheld the impeachment of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. So, Gachagua was impeached by the Parliament of Kenya. And after the Parliament of Kenya impeaches a sitting governor or a sitting president or a deputy president, the case proceeds to the Senate of Kenya, whereby the Senate sit down, listens to the case, and then makes a judgment about the same case. And the Senate of Kenya, the day they made their judgment or their voting to impeach one Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Gachagua was sick and he was in Karen Hospital, where they said that Gachagua is running from the hearing of his own impeachment case, and he is pretending to be sick or playing false so that he cannot be held accountable of the gross misconduct of office which was brought before them. So Rigathi Gachagua, after the Court of Appeal, after the High Court of Kenya has upheld his impeachment, Rigathi Gachagua has it on to move to Court of Appeal to continue fighting for his right under the Constitution of Kenya, saying that he was not given a fair hearing even in the High Court of Kenya. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is escalating his legal fight after a landmark High Court ruling on his impeachment case. Although judges found that his constitutional rights were violated during the Senate proceedings, they declined to overturn the impeachment itself. His legal team has now revealed the next course of action, setting the stage for another major courtroom battle. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has vowed to continue his legal battle after the High Court declined to overturn his 2024 impeachment. The move comes after a three-judge bench ruled that while the Senate violated Gachagua's constitutional right during the impeachment process, the decision to move him from office would remain in force. In its judgment, the court found that the Senate proceeded with impeachment hearing despite being informed that Gachagua had been hospitalized and was unable to participate fully in the proceeding. However, the judges declined to invalidate the impeachment, stating that doing so would create constitutional complications. The court instead noted that Gachagua was free to pursue other legal avenues. Reacting to the judgment, Gachagua's legal team expressed disappointment with court's decision to uphold the impeachment despite finding that his rights had been infringed. One of his lawyers, Kirinyaga Women Representatives, Jer Maina, described the ruling as deeply disappointing and confirmed that the former deputy president would challenge it at the Court of Appeal. Maina also urged that Gachagua's supporters to remain calm and respect the judicial process as the matter moves to the next stage. I will quote what Jer Maina said. He is a peace-loving Kenyan. He has called on all his supporters to receive today's judgment positively, knowing that we will proceed to the Court of Appeal so that our institutions can be given sufficient time to interrogate this judgment, Maina said. The Court of Appeal will now be tasked with reviewing the decision as Gachagua seeks to overturn the outcome of the impeachment process. Another lawyer representing former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Gachangua, has questioned why the High Court declined to overturn the impeachment despite finding out that his rights were violated. He argued that the decision appeared inconsistent and left key legal questions unresolved. I will quote what Gachangua said. "We are calling it judicial nonsense." Sorry, those are not my ones. They are the ones of one lawyer, Gachangua. "We are going to the Court of Appeal. We cannot agree to that," Gachangua said. The court did not arrive had the correct decision. The impeachment should have been annulled and Gachagua reinstated under lawyer Dan Manzo. So Gachagua, we all know this guy. He is not a person who you can intimidate and expect to keep quiet on matters like these ones. Gachagua, he will go ahead to the court of appeal to go and appeal on this ruling that has been made by one judge, Eric Ogola, according to his impeachment process, because they have awarded him 50 million, yes, but still he will not be able to enjoy the privileges and the powers that are given to any serving vice president or deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. That is being given armed policemen to guard him, being given a chef, a driver, and being given cars by the government, and the cars should be renewed every year. That is being given half of his salary that he was receiving while in office. He will not enjoy these powers and these privileges since he was impeached, and this is what Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has been waiting for. He had appealed this case so that he could be given even a diplomatic passport, which would allow him to go to every country or to travel freely wherever he wants as a diplomat, and to access the VIP state lounge and VIP runaways in the airports of Kenya. But the High Court of Kenya has upheld his impeachment, meaning he will not be able to enjoy these privileges of powers. And that's why Rigathi Gachagua, through his lawyers, he has said that he is going to appeal on this judgment that has been made today, and he is going to fight tooth and nail to ensure that he receives his fair hearing and he receives his privileges as a former deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. I would like to know if you support the things that Gachagua is doing. Is he right to continue fighting for these things, or he should agree that the judiciary of Kenya, as people are saying, has been captured by the executive and is working under full powers or under the full instructions of the now president of the Republic of Kenya, Mheshimiwa William Samoei Ruto? And we have seen the comment that the acting deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, Kithure Kindiki, has given on his social media handles. He has typed, it's okay for Gachagua to be denied a fair hearing, to be given a judgment that is not fair, or it's okay for him to be in office. Which okay is this one that Deputy President Kithure Kindiki is speaking about? I would like to hear your take and your comment on this. Leave a comment on the comment section, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is the Kenyan Monitor TV. Thank you. Let's meet on our next video.